Mliuliza maswali sasa nikaona nikuje. We are lucky. Boss mwenyewe ako in the area and today nikafika hapa so that you get to hear. A lot of questions were asked and today guess what? Leo naenda kuongea French. You have never heard me speak French. Aujourd'hui est vendredi depending on when you are watching this video. Now ladies and gentlemen, without much further introduction, today I want to introduce you to the boss who is going to tell you and answer a lot of questions you've asked. None other than Crhitian Yopa. I don't know if I've pronounced that name correctly.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I nailed it.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing. I'm used to hammering points. Yeah. That's why I nailed it. You never know. Mujara inaweza ongezwa. I just said that you can be happy and just clap.
Thank you.
I didn't even say about you adding salary. So I want you to introduce yourself. I've had a lot of questions. People asking about, since we've been talking about Vision Canada, immigration and whatnot. So I want them to hear from you.
Okay.
You introduce yourself, what you do, and who are Vision Canada.
All right. First of all, thank you, Jugush.
Yeah, you got that right.
All right.
Yeah, you also nailed it.
First, I wanted to thank you because before this meeting, you've been very kind to me, you and your team, and in welcoming me here in Nairobi, Kenya. Mm-hmm. So I also wanted to tell you we are watching you from Canada.
Merci beaucoup.
You're an international superstar. All right, about me, I am Crhitian Yopa, as you said, a Canadian immigration consultant accredited by the Canadian government. Accreditation is long to explain, but it's the authorization by the Canadian government to do this job. Because in Canada, only 3 orders are allowed to do that.
Oh, really?
Yes. The immigration consultant, which are accredited, the accredited lawyers, and notary. Only these 3 orders. So anybody else who...
hey, look at you, only 3 of you.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of flattering, but it's true also. We have to respect the rules. So amazing. This is my short introduction of myself. And now maybe the company's name is Vision Canada Immigration. It's accredited under me because in Canada, you do not accredit it for immigration companies. You accredit person. And those people like me decide to create or not a company.
Why is it that so? So that whenever something goes wrong, we come for the person.
Absolutely, you got it. That's what the Canadian government likes. They want to have responsible of the acts because behind a company, you might say it's the company, it's a moral person. It will be difficult to establish the responsibility. So this is also in order to protect the public,
Amazing.
That they give accreditation to human beings, so that we will handle it with very much cautiousness,
nice.
To protect the customers.
How does it feel you can speak English and French at the same time?
Et français, bonjour à tout le monde qui nous écoute.
Need you monde, today du monde.
Yeah.
Aletobina. We also have the guy here, he talks French, but he said Aletobina. Is that French? Aletobina, Tobina. Is that anyone here French?
No, I'm sorry, no.
Wait, Danko, he's a musician. He tells us he sings in French.
Maybe it's a pronunciation that makes me not.
No, it's nowhere near French. So thank you so much. And in how many countries and why Kenya? And how long have you been in Kenya?
Yes, we are currently in 16 countries, but 20 offices. Why is that? Because some countries have more than one office. So 20 offices. And we are here in Kenya for about since, I think, 6 months now. I don't want to mistake on that. Usually creating offices, I have a crew that goes in the country and create an office.
We have found them here. We have eaten.
Yeah.
You have big samosas.
I hope you were well received.
Yes, I was received, but the problem is you are going against the African traditions, especially here in Kenya, because samosas are supposed to be small. And here you have like huge samosas.
Okay, let me tell you how they call those. These are Canadian samosas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we were mixing.
Then I need to come here for more. Guys, keep asking questions so that I come here for interviews.
Absolutely. You'll always be home. You'll feel welcome anytime.
Nice. So Kenya is the 6th month?
Yeah.
How, because I understand this is your first time in Kenya. How are you finding Kenya? And don't lie.
All right. The right hand usually, huh? I swear to tell the truth.
And
nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
But seriously, I was positively impressed. Not only me, but my whole team, which are also currently behind the cameras. Impressed, why? Because this is the Africa we don't really see on television, especially for someone who has lived long abroad like me. We are all in these cliches that our continent is poor and stuff. Of course, there's poverty. Don't get me wrong. I saw also this side here. But Nairobi, for example, is a beautiful city. The Skyliner are sometimes more than in some European cities that I know.
And we have these roads.
Yeah, the roads and stuff. So I'm just impressed by the positive side that I wasn't expecting to be at that level. I know still a lot has to be done though.
Yes.
You know, I talk to people and there are complaints about situation, economic and so. But there is also something to be proud of that I've seen here. So far, Hakuna Matata.
Ah!
Sawa sawa.
Voilà.
Ok. Tu parles français, hein?
Non,
on m'a dit que tu parles très bien français.
Très
le
bien.
public te demande aussi au Canada, au Québec, qui parle français à Montréal.
Qui parle français?
Oui, ils veulent que tu viennes du gauche, tu viennes à Montréal.
Oui.
Tu vas venir faire des shows?
Oui.
C'est bien.
That means you're gonna add my salary. Now, let's get back to Vision Canada.
Yes.
Applying for a visa to go to Canada is something I can be able to do myself.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get, maybe I won't. But why do I need Vision Canada? Why do I need a consultant to take me through the process? Why do I need?
Good question, because this is the start of it. Why? Why should I use a representative? Immigrating to Canada has different programs, right? From the simplest to the most complicated. The simplest could be like asking for a tourist visa or for going for a show or something like that. It's not that complicated unless you are busy and you still don't want to enter bureaucratic things with administrative papers to fill out. Canada being the most wanted country right now in the world, before the US and Australia, the government has been asking even more than before. So the simplest program now are becoming almost a kind of headache. And that was just the example of tourist visa. But now if you go all the way to permanent residency, express entry, ARIMA, temporary worker, provincial nominees, you might be lost in all these programs. And I want to say a second reason is that I always say it in a simple sentence. We are your lawyers before the Canadian government. You need a strong file. And I could return the question to you as a customer. Like usually, you know in court you can defend yourself also alone, right? You don't necessarily need a lawyer.
True.
Right?
Yeah, very true.
So...
that's a very smart way of putting it. Now I get. Yeah, because that's another question I've been getting, because I can be able to do it. So why do I need now going back to accreditation? How do I know I'm dealing with the right consultant, with the accredited consultant? Because we, as I told you, we have a guy singing in French here, Letobina. He can call himself Crhitian Yopa. but how do we verify that this is really you and is really, because people are asking questions. So
absolutely,
how do I verify this is Vision?
Absolutely, it's simple, but you have to know it. You know, certain things are very simple, but if you don't know them, you can go through a whole hassle. So maybe during the editing of the video, you guys could write it down, but there are some links, the Canadian government link, where you can just go, type a name, like Crhitian Yopa, to find out if I am an accredited immigration consultant. If my name doesn't appear,
that's it.
Like, don't look further.
What you don't know is, before we had this interview, I actually went online and I searched, I think it's called College Immigration.
Yeah, the consultant. Oh, you did?
Yeah, College Immigration CC, something at the end. And then
CICC.
Yeah, it's CICC, exactly. Consultant.
Consultant.
Yeah. So, and what I did, I wrote your Christian name.
Yeah.
Not the Christian name. His name is Christian. It's so interesting. His Christian name is Christian. So I wrote that name, and then without even the other details, because there is the second name, the third name, so I just wrote that name. And I searched, and it gave me different, but a lot of Christian, 1, 2, 3. Then I saw you, and your number, there's contact, there's also your number. They call it something number, R something.
R, it starts with R.
R.
Yeah.
You see?
You did it. You did it.
More salary, guy.
You did it. It's getting more and more bonuses here.
Yeah. So that's one way of
Absolutely
of getting.
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't that complicated, right? Like
Yeah.
it's simple. It takes like what, 30 seconds, 1 minute.
Yeah.
To verify.
Exactly.
So they can really verify and avoid being scammed or fooled.
Nice. And also the other links, I think we're gonna put them somewhere here.
Exactly.
Somewhere. Yeah, they're gonna put them somewhere. Nice. So now we are here. What is the process? Now I come to Vision Canada and gonna be seeing the details where they're located. What is the process between applying? How long does it take? How much do I need? And do you guarantee me I'm going to Canada?
All right, I will start with the first part, which is how long and what is the process. That will definitely depend on the program. You remember earlier I told you there are several programs to immigrate to Canada. I've listed the main. The main are like, as a worker, you can come as a temporary worker. That means we help you find a job in Canada. You come and you work with a contract for 1 year or 2, and then you renew it. And once you're there, if you want to stay as a permanent resident, there is another process to be done. The second famous program is skilled workers. Skilled workers are the one who immediately come to Canada as permanent resident. They don't come to work first and become permanent resident afterwards. No, from outside we process your file, and the day you enter Canada at the airport, when they say welcome to Canada, you have this thing called permanent residency. Like you're almost home. It's your permanent home. You have students, of course, a lot of students around the world. It's more than 200,000 students we receive each year in Canada. So they're interested in having one of the best education according to the UN. This last 6 years, Canada has ranked among the 2 first best education in the world. So this is one of the famous. The last one is for those who have families in Canada, sponsorship. So a man want to sponsor his wife or the other way around, or a father want to sponsor the son, grandkids. These are the 4 programs. Now, the process cannot really be detailed here. We will need much more time for that. But in short, once you get here, according to your program, the local agent, which are well trained for that, will assess according to your program after asking you a few questions and tell you exactly which program fits you the best. And then they'll be able to tell you it will go anywhere from 3 months to a year. Just to put it in short like that, right? For permanent residency, which is the longest and the stronger status, of course, it could be up to 1 year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to become a permanent resident. But other programs could go all the way to 2-3 months only.
Then you either.
Yeah.
So, am I guaranteed? Because I feel like I want to go to Canada.
I forget that one, right? One thing I always say, that question comes a lot. I will come back in with you, if you allow me, to few numbers. We are right now the biggest Canadian immigration firm on the continent. I started this adventure 13 years ago. I said I'm doing this, I want this to last. So one thing I decided was like, I will go by the rules. I'll respect the laws. It might not take up quickly, but it will be more steady in the long run. So usually all my team is trained not to sell dreams. We are not selling dreams. I'm saying that because of the word guarantee you mentioned. The answer is no. I don't want to disappoint you because I'm going to end, no. By the end, you're going to lift up again. So,
okay.
I don't guarantee because first it's forbidden by the Canadian government to guarantee a visa. And why is that? It's because a visa is a discretionary property of Canadian government. And every country actually has the same rule. Here in Kenya, your visa is something you cannot guarantee to any foreigner. You know, even if it's a poor or developing country, the visa is a sovereign thing. So entering Canada, as they always say, it's not a right, it's a privilege.
Like in any other country.
Yes, like even here. If the Kenyan government would have told me, we are not issuing a visa for you.
And it's so interesting because we had an issue. There's a guy who is in this country. Now he's back. And coincidentally, he was in Canada.
Okay.
And now, as you're saying, it's not a right. He was a Canadian citizen.
Okay.
But somehow, I don't know what happened, he lost his papers that gave him Kenyan citizenship.
Okay.
So what happened is he was not allowed back. He's called Miguna.
All right.
But at least
that
right now,
straight.
at least right now he got his papers back. So he's back in
back in the country. All right. That's an example that can also enlighten people. So in terms of guarantee, what I can guarantee you though, like I told you at the end, I'm going to lift you up. What I can guarantee you is that after we have mounted your file, and as your representative, I present it, I submit it to the Canadian government, I can guarantee you that you would have not had anywhere else a stronger file than the one I will build for you.
Because you are aligning everything.
Experience.
Okay.
Expertise. Legal since 13 years. And numbers speak for themselves. If you inquire about us, you will see thousands of people that have been able to make travel to Canada till now. I'm new here. It will take some time before you can start seeing the results. But in all our platform, you will see our work everywhere. At this point, all the Western Francophone speaking country, you will see we are all referred. 50% of our customers are just references. People who went and they are calling their brothers and family to go to Vision Canada. We become, in that sense, a picture, an image of credibility, which I will fight hard to keep. So that's why I will not tell you false promises today. I want the viewers to know what to expect, and I'm not going to infantilize them, not to hide anything from them. Our value in Vision Canada is that you will know the whole process, what's happening till the end. We're not going to tell you no matter what happened, you're going to get the visa. Last but not least, allow me.
Yes, please.
Sometimes visa is also rejected, not because the file wasn't right, well mounted. So I actually ask here all the customers to know that part of it, biggest part of it depends on them. If you provide me with false documents, bank accounts that are not really credited, or they are credited, but during the process, your parents remove the money, or they are credited under somebody else's name, but you manage to put your name on the papers, or you have a criminal past that you never told me. First thing is to tell
like
me
I don't have. You know, you're talking like it's me. I don't have.
Yeah, absolutely. But even if that was the case, they should tell me. I'm not a judge. I am their representative, their lawyer, so to say. Like they can tell me, and I will be like, Jugush, this thing is not really good. If we go with this, I don't think you can get the papers. And in a certain situation, you can correct. So it's always better to let us know. But most people, they don't do that. And when I discover, and I call the person in the office, like, why didn't you tell me this? And they start scratching their head and like, or they so it's not me, it's my father who did the paper. And the worst thing here is like you could be banned from Canada.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Many people don't know that.
So,
not you.
Like,
you are coming soon anyway.
So when I'm banned, it means even whenever I apply again, there's
you can't enter Canada.
I'm on a black book.
Yeah.
Here in schools we have what we call black books. So whenever you did something really irredeemable,
black book,
black book, you're written there.
It's for some time. It's between 2 years and 5 years. The longer ban is for the immigration purposes 5. During these 5 years, you can't apply.
Okay.
And after the 5 years, for the rest of your life, when you apply, you will always need a special authorization of the Ministry of Immigration.
So you better be clean.
You better be clean. That's right.
Nice. So there's someone who wants to go to work, but they don't know what they need to do. So as Vision Canada, again, these are questions. As Vision Canada, where do you come in terms of advising a job? What I might be able to do? I have a diploma. Maybe I don't even have that diploma. Two, when I get on the other side, what? Follow-up. In terms of where am I going to sleep, or
in a bed.
In a bag.
All right. Specifically for workers. Actually, right now, Canada is a country that is in need of workers. When we say we want skilled workers, it doesn't mean necessarily people who have been working in their countries. It means people who are qualified to work. It means you have a training, an academic training at school. You might have never really worked, but in Canada immigration system, you are called still skilled worker. So when you come to Vision Canada, we assess your profile. Always it's important, evaluation, assessment, call it the way you want, but this is the first step. We have to know, one thing you have to keep in mind, every case is different in immigration. Even if you have general programs, but each person has his own profile, and we have to adapt the program to your profile. So if you're looking for a job, it could be a job in high demand, which means we might even be able to help you find a job from here in Kenya before you even go. So you get what they call a job offer. And the issue from Canada. This is for the jobs in high demand. For the others, it's most likely you're going to arrive and introduce your CVs to companies, private or public. But the jobs in high demand, we can help you find one from here, which is better for you because it's going to speed up your process. So instead of maybe 8 months, you could be gone and working in 4 months.
Because this is given. You're from Kenya, Canada, you start working.
Absolutely. And the Canadian government gives you priority because there is a job waiting for you. So if you get that, it's a point system. For your age, you get some points. You speak English, some point. French, like you get more points.
Je dirais.
Voilà. And you're married with kids. It's your wife.
That's
and your wife also has some good profile. You get more points. And if you have a job offer, it gives you even to double all the points. That's why you will go quicker. You'll be selected very quick, and you can travel to Canada and start working. And once you get there, you and all your family, even if you're the only applicant, your wife and your children will also get a work permit because they don't want you to be working, helping Canada, and your wife becoming a heavy charge on Canadian social system. And the kids will go to school for free until they pass the high school.
Celestine.
And now, after, the second question was after arrival. We didn't do that before, but for the last 4 years, I have introduced my my crew, my team, everybody with a new way of dealing, which means now we accompany you from the moment you get the visa. Back then, once you get the visa, we were just congratulating you and say, good luck to Canada. But I've seen many people hustle afterwards. They never flew before. It's their first flight. They don't even know how to change the flight in Paris. Some miss the next one and get lost in Europe. Some arrive at the airport in Canada, they do not answer the questions well, and some get even denied entry after the good job we have done, just because they contradict maybe themselves and saying something in the opposite. And the agent marked that and down like this guy is contradicting himself.
Black book.
Next waiting room for the next flight, go back to your country. So now we've decided we offer the service of from the moment you leave in your country. We have a whole team to accompany you even at the airport, do the local airport things that have to be done in every country. My team knows how it works. And during the flight, you have a memo, what to do, how to handle yourself, even in the plane. Some people, it's the first time, but they are ashamed of asking things. So we tell them what they can ask, what they have the right to ask. Changing the plane in Paris or Brussels. And once they're in Montreal, another team welcomes them in Canada, in Montreal or Toronto, wherever they land.
Yeah.
And then first weeks, we take care also of them. We introduce them to how you take the metro. Because those are simple things, but when you, never did it.
No, they are not simple. Let's call us spade a spade. They are not simple. Here, the metro we had, it got, they closed it.
Yeah.
It was metro, but it was a radio station.
I was like, oh really? I was thinking like, really? You had a metro?
So it's a whole different world out
there.
So
it's simple, but once you've never done it, you can come down there. You don't know where to buy the ticket. Should I enter? Should I wait for the door to open? How do I do that? So we help you out with that. And for the first administrative papers, like social insurance for you when you're sick, you just go to the hospital. In Canada, everybody's taken care of when you're sick. And for any other card you need, medical card, there are at least 4 cards you need to establish when you just arrive to be able to function. Bank account, you need to open a bank account. There's not much cash there. Everybody deals with cards. Yeah, so after a few weeks, then we let you integrate slowly in Canada. Yeah, that's what we do.
That's amazing. I like, because I think my greatest, and also as a parent, I think what would be in a parent's mind when a kid, or not really a kid, when their kids go out, it's them themselves, they've never been out of the country. Now the kids are going, where are you going?
Absolutely.
So I think it's a beautiful point, I think, too. And thank you so much for being straightforward. Because some people will always try and sugarcoat. Until now, when you're there, is when you realize, wait, they didn't tell me about this. But and talking about, we don't have a guarantee. So thank you so much even for, I know your schedule is so tight, and you allowing me to have this sit down. Thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. I was happy to have you here, and hopefully I will see you soon. If not here, in the other side.
On the other side. Guys, you just had. Thank you so much. Vous vous appelle Jeu de Rue.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Tu viendras nous voir au Canada. Hein?
Au Canada, Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, you have it. If you have any other question, always put them on the comments, and also you can follow their socials. They'll be somewhere here so that you can ask more questions. If you have a question, and also we have the links and everything on the screen. Thank you so much, guys. Kama uko na maswali ingine, and for now I said I won't stay for long. I said 10 minutes. On, do, train, cut, sing, sit, set, wait, no, this. I know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was good.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Thank you so much.